Hello to see my new followers connecting. Okay, we still have 2 more minutes to go. I hope I'm audible. You can give me a thumbs up. Oh, okay, great, great. Okay, so welcome all of you to my channel where I'm focusing on internal bliss, and I am Saloni Lamba, daughter of proud parents and mother to an awesome, super awesome boy, founder of UniBelieve, empowering unique you, and today's focus on here is how to be in the state of flow. If some of you have watched the video I've created before on going with the flow, which talks about anugachate pravaha, which is very common saying in India, or I'll say a Sanskrit word which is getting very popular abroad too. This is something to the topic for today. It's easier said done, this term anugachate pravaha, going with the flow, all of us are familiar with that. Like the way river flows, we also flow, and we have to. If we get stagnant, the things will turn upside down for us. We'll get into the zone of negativity, like a water which gets clustered at one place and it starts sinking. There are a lot of bacteria, viruses and other things that starts coming up in that water. Same will happen to our mind and body if we stop the flow. So very popular in psychology, the state of flow. For every one of us, the state of flow can be different, but the purpose is same: to reach that higher consciousness state of pure bliss, where you are at a focus for a prolonged period of time and it is helping you to achieve what you really want in your life. And this is only possible if you are aware of it. Most of the time we all are working on such an autopilot mode that we don't even realize where our lives are going. If you know that 90% of our thoughts are such where we are dwelling either in the past or we are thinking about the future and we are not in the present moment. So the best way to understand this flow state is like a river. It never stops, it's moving. It may have a lot of hurdles in between, it may have a lot of ups and downs and lots of haywire movements, but it never stops. It's in the present. Same is our life. We really need to be in present, and with a lot of technology, with a lot of information overload, with a lot of things happening around in this pandemic, we actually have lost that flow. If you really need to be super creative, if you really want to improve your concentration, if you really want to be in the business which you really are aspiring to be, get set go for this flow. So understand, first thing, it's a state of pure consciousness and it's a state of pure alertness and concentration. If you are in a state of 90 minutes of full concentration, which is very difficult task in today's time but not impossible, if you achieve that, you will see that you are easily shifting towards the flow state. You're living in the present. I'll give you an example. If this pen is a balancer, my hand is a balancer for this. The past and future, we're always like this, dwelling like this. But when we focus on the present, it's in our control. So our senses, our mind, our information needs to be in our own control. Then it being channelized by others around us, or the information that we are getting around from the environment. So first and the foremost thing, why it is important, this is impacting our neurochemicals in the brain. our oxytocin level, dopamine level, anandamide chemicals which are being released in the brain, which is responsible for the state of bliss, happiness, pure love, are released when we are in the state of flow. So understand that this is a time period for all of us to step and reflect. And first and the foremost step in order to be in that flow state is sit with yourself. Write down what you are at, what are the thoughts which are affecting you, what is something which you really need to move upon on. Reason is such, all of us, it's not something that we are born like this. We are conditioned like this, with passing age from childhood to now, we all are being conditioned. For example, when we talk about relationship, if someone loves me, I'll get happiness. If someone has gone out of my life, I'm bound to be depressed, I'm bound to be sad. And it's a very natural, normal human response which we do get. So understand, if we let our conditioning hamper us now, also when we have an awareness of it, it will completely take us to a toss, and our entire life is such where we are focusing only on what happened, what will happen, and we are not in the present. So coming back to the present time and again is important. There would be hurdles, but the sooner you start focusing, like when we, if you have ever seen a small baby, they're always in the state of flow. I have a 5-year-old boy. When I see him playing, they play a lot of play games and a lot of stuffs, and they can sit for maximum 1 hour, 2 hours at a stretch, complete focus in the work which they are doing. We don't do that any often now. You can learn from them the state of flow. They are so engaged, they're so engrossed, they are in a higher meditative state. I'm telling you, they may not be able to express it, but they are. And that's what we also now relearn, all those things, if you're really wanting to grow and have that focus in our life. So when you know that this is a situation in your life which is making you feel stuck, which is making you feel not progress further, start analyzing it. And don't analyze in mind. This is what I completely say to all my students out there. Our brain starts working instantly. Right now, even if I'm talking to you, your brain would be in the zone of, I want to do this. But the moment the session would be over, you'll be back to your own normal self. If you are the one who's really wanting to make out a difference, sit, take pen and paper, write down what area you really need to work upon. Once that's done, write down what you really need to accept. The biggest hurdle in getting into the state of flow is that we are not wanting to accept things as they are. And mind you, that does not mean that you need to focus on bringing about shift, what others are thinking, what their life is doing. You can't accept it. You cannot change others. Only person you can focus on is your own self. Acceptance of things, people, situation helps you ease down, helps you calm down your mind, helps you to rationalize with your own self. Now what I can do? Things won't change, people won't change. I need to change. I need to take a different course of action, but I still need to be moving and flowing. So once you are in that state of acceptance, that would lead you to think of what possibilities you can be in. Remember this, when you are in the state of flow, when you're working upon something, it increases your lateral thinking, it increases your creativity. When you talk about lateral thinking, that is very much responsible for generating diverse ideas. And we are only having diverse ideas when we are in that state of zone. If you're dwelling in past and future, you will not have. Your mind would be stuck onto so many things which are happening in life, and it would not help you to be constructive in the areas which you're really wanting. So completely acceptance of people and situation. Yes, I'm not saying that you really need to be accepting someone's bad behavior to yourself. If they're doing certain things which are not in your control, you can't do anything about it. So why to worry about them? It's a true fact. So understand, this is a time period where if you move that second ladder of acceptance, then the challenges comes in. And this is also one of the difficult part, but not impossible. The challenge to change. We all live in the comfort zone. We love our comfort zone. We really want to be in the safest place, and that's how our brains are designed. This is what I tell everyone. Like a primitive man, like the pre-caveman, the basic purpose was to just eat, sleep, reproduce, and keep yourself safe, to survive. You have all heard of the survival of the fittest. This was their main aim and purpose. It's just like gradually our higher cognition has evolved, and our higher cognition has evolved. It has made us think of why, what, how. Even if I'm talking to oh, what is the purpose, why she wants something out of it, or our mind goes on to so many questions. That's how we are evolved. And now the turn is to use this kind of thinking, highly evolved brain, which is unique to human beings, for the right purpose, to be in that state of flow, because we are the only ones on this planet who can bring that shift. So once upon coming back to the same thing, once you are ready to take that challenge, only thing to work upon this challenge would help you to achieve is be consistent. Even if it means 1 minute a day, doing anything which you really love to do and want to do and achieve, whether it is a physical fitness you're looking forward to, whether it is looking forward to a relationship improvement in the relationship, whether it's the new project which you're really wanting to work upon, that one thing. This is also known as Kaizen. If you are consistent for 1 minute in a day for the task which you're really wanting to, put it somewhere bold and outright in the kind of place which is more visible to you and you can see. Do it for 7 days. Trust me, it would be a habit. It's no longer, if your mind is ready and conceived, your mind can achieve it. So helping on to build up that challenge thing. And when you're talking about challenge, anything you're working upon, if the challenge and the skill, if your challenge towards achieving that skill is little high, your brain would be super active to achieve it. If it's too high, you won't, but if it is too less also, you won't. So work upon this and you will see a lot of difference happening. Following Kaizen, another thing, every time our mind goes on to dwelling into past and future, but if you really want to be in present, apply this simple technique, and you can do it as a conscious reminder. I generally do it with myself, and I've applied it to so many people, and they've seen a massive change happening. Only thing is to be conscious and be alert of it. Whenever you know that you're dwelling into past and future and your minds are preoccupied with so many thoughts, pinch yourself. Do it right now. You can do it along with me. I would really want all of you, pinch very hard. We don't like ourselves to be hurt. All of us? Yes or no? किसी को अच्छा नहीं लगता ना अपने आप को hurt करना. We don't like to be hurt. Pinch it hard so that it pains. You know what happens? It's a conscious reminder to yourself, or you can have a rubber band which clicks like this and it hurts you here bad. The reason for doing it is, once you are pinching yourself hard, your brain signals towards what was happening in your mind, so bombarded with thousand thoughts, they just stop and your attention goes on to the pain. And that 1 second is more than enough to remind yourself, I really need to be in present. I really need to be focusing on what I really want to achieve and do in life. I have challenges and I'll overcome them. Then is the time, if you start working on a daily basis, journaling, writing down, it helps. It's a best catharsis. Listening to the soothing music, working upon your own self on uplifting. 1 minute in a day. It's easiest thing to do. 1 minute a day, and I'm sure you can take out more time than this. Then you will see gradually you're reaching that state of flow. No one is saying blindly flow, but flow with consciousness. And the more you are in the present state, that state of flow would become just so addictive in nature that you would really want to be. The researchers show that once you're in that state of flow, it's easier to access that theta state, which is very meditative state, and what all you want to manifest in life is achievable. Why I'm saying so with that confidence? Because I have achieved so many things in my life with the state of flow, be it my relationship, be it my child, be it the kind of work I was doing from long, and now this new venture I'm into. So always keep in mind, You are the one who is creator of your own reality, and the state of flow will be the thing that will be making you achieve any and everything in life. And if you really want to learn little more that how easily I can be in this state of flow, all of you are welcomed for a very profound and ancient technique of sound healing with me, where you can instantly get into the state of flow and reach to your creativity and superb awesome level. So any one of you who is so interested, yes, I have promised 30 minutes free session, so you can always DM me if you are looking forward to a con call or maybe a WhatsApp call. Just DM me and I'll get back to you. And if you're looking forward to a free sound healing session with me to achieve that state of flow, you're still more than welcome. You can always DM me about it, especially for the people who are here right now. So it would be free of cost. Thank you so much for listening. Any questions, any query? I know I've been speaking a lot because this is something, a topic which is so close to me. Psychology is something which I breathe, live, and I love forever. And this is where, integrating psychology, ancient wisdom, yoga, knowledge of so many things, and there's so much information. If you start applying in life, you see a massive changes happening. So I really want you to all come join me, and then we'll superbly rock this life. Be it the pandemic, we'll make most out of this pandemic. Any questions? Thank you so much for being such a patient audience and listening. Okay, definitely I'm seeing parenting by Alok. So AV awesome. The Fit Yoga Mom has joined. I'm just about to end the session. I'll be posting this on IGTV Live. It was about how to be in the state of flow. Thank you for all your support. Any query you have? Anyone? Okay. So I'll be ending the meeting shortly, and I'll be coming up with the biggest, I'll tell you a bigger workshop completely on this, where we will be having a lot of worksheets, where we'll be having a lot of engagements within, so that it's easier for us to achieve that state of flow. And we are together working to achieve whatever we are desiring, and especially to be in present. The only one thing that you can take from today's session is just be in this moment. Whatever you do, whether you're cooking for your children, whether you are playing, whether you are listening, whether you're reading, be there, nowhere else. And you'll see that how easy it becomes even to meditate. People say it's difficult, but it's not. And no matter what your situation is, I'm telling you this also, no matter what your situation right now is, where you are, there might be a lot of things which are happening which are negative around us. There would be a lot of losses which are happening, and people can say how you can be happy, how you can be. Are you able to control them? Is it in your hand to control? Only thing is that you can take preventive measures, and you can pray, you can heal, you can raise your energy levels so that that virus or any other thing is not affecting you. Even if it affects you, it will not be damaging you. This is entirely a different topic. I'll be discussing that also shortly. But for present, remember, for today, it's only and only lesson. Whatever I'll do today, whether it is eating my food, whether I'm talking to my child, I'll be mindful, I'll be in present, I'll be in that state. I'll be in that state for a minute. See how awesome it would be. See how your mind thoughts, the chattering monkey mind calming down, instantly going down. So thank you so much for such an encouragement. It was my first live on Instagram, though I've been doing a lot of workshop with students, but it was a good start. Thank you for encouraging. I'll be ending the video soon. If any doubts, anything you want to know, you're free to connect, DM me, WhatsApp me, those who have my number. We're ready to work. It would be an awesome journey together. Thank you. Oh, I really need to learn how to end this and save this. Anyone who has any idea that there's no option of showing that end, if anyone can guide me.